Dwight, you got sanitizer real quick?
Yep. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to wait.
You got it.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Which one? What's his name? Isaac Young. I believe he's a senior.
Yep, he's a senior.
Okay, Mike's good. You're on. You're good.
You want me to start?
Yeah, we have a guy here with radar.
With what?
There's a guy here with radar. He's got somebody.
Oh. Should I mention that or no?
No. It's private. Go ahead. I'll get the answer to that.
Can I start? From Sheridan Memorial Field in Rutherford, New Jersey, the St. Mary Gales play Dwight-Englewood. May the 4th be with you today. As today
Stole my line.
is May the 4th. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sheridan. Jack Rizzo alongside Elijah Weintraub as always. As we get set for this matchup as St. Mary's takes on Dwight-Englewood. Can you just mute that real quick because our friend is here. I want to say hi.
Okay. I'll start talking then.
Yeah, again.
Well, welcome everyone, and May the 4th be with you as well. Tonight the Gales take on Dwight-Englewood, who are very competitive when it comes to their records, as St. Mary's enters today's game 10-5 after a win yesterday versus Harrison 15-2 with Jose Victorino and Jacob Herrera pitching. The JV players as well as the bench varsity players played at yesterday's game to make it more of an exciting game. Dwight-Englewood is 10-6 under head coach Frank Salvano. They won yesterday's game versus Ramsey, Dwight-Englewood, 13-5, and they're not ranked in the standings. But they're equally, of course, matched and well prepared as any other team in this league. Meanwhile, St. Mary's, they're now in first place in the National Division after Rutherford comes off a loss yesterday to North Arlington. They're also, so that means they're both first in the National Division as well as the non-public B rankings. We'll get the score for the Rutherford game in just a second if I do have it. I know we don't have a score for that, but Rutherford did beat North Arlington, but North Arlington to beat Rutherford, and of course that's going to show you how much of a challenge that the Gales do have to put up tomorrow, because remember, the Gales play North Arlington tomorrow, and they won their first game against them this series at St. Mary's. St. Mary's won against the Gales home. So, Jack, how much more work do they have to put and promote in order to get this win against North Arlington tomorrow? Especially after Rutherford comes off the loss and another good powerhouse school.
They just gotta stick to what they're doing right now. They've been playing really well. They've won 4 straight. They have a big, obviously I don't think they're worried about tomorrow yet. It's one game at a time for them. I think Coach Nigel preaches this, and so do other people. But their most important game is their next game. That's always the mentality that they bring. So what they gotta do, they just gotta again keep playing like themselves, avoid the mental mistakes. Put the bat on the ball. Just be yourself in center. Just be yourself. That's the key. So we do have the Gales starting lineup for this afternoon's game. Tyler Giordano, of course, leading off. He's shortstop. That seems to be the new position for Ty. Kyle Watson is catching for the 2nd straight game. Blaze Conti over at third, hitting third. Josh Moreno back in the lineup after sitting yesterday, hitting cleanup out in right field. Jason Rosado also back in the lineup today after sitting yesterday. He's at second. Jesus Bautista is DHing today. Jacob Herrera, who pitched very well yesterday in 2 innings, will hit 7th and play first. Matthew DeGennaro for the 2nd straight game is out in left field hitting 8th. And Xavier Arana, inserted into the lineup, is in center field as Isaac Young, the senior, takes the mound for the Gales today. Pitched very well against Don Bosco a few weeks ago. Ended up taking the loss, but pitched very well against a team that was ranked 6th in the entire country, according to Max Preps, when we played them. But the Gales are getting ready for their matchup today. Very, very, very easy win yesterday for the Gales. 15-2 over Harrison. They had a lot of great moments. Tyler Giordano, 3 for 3, 5 RBIs, including a bases clearing double. James Gregg as well, an RBI double, a couple walks. We interviewed both of them after the game. Did very well. We appreciate them for that. We saw Henry Magnuson, of course, get his first ever varsity hit, a base hit up the middle. Kawan Torres, another varsity player, got a chance to play yesterday. And the Gales won that game 15-2 as Jacob Herrera and Jose Victorio combined for 5 innings, 5 scoreless innings, and that's how the game ended. So the Gales have now won 3 straight. The Gales had a 3-game losing streak to 3 powerhouses in Don Bosco, Rutherford, and DePaul. But they have now turned the tables on a 4-game winning streak now, as they have beaten Pompton Lakes, Emerson, Weehawken, and Harrison. See if they can make it 5 today.
We'll pause for a moment and we'll be back in just a few more moments, and we'll announce the starting lineup for Dwight-Englewood after a quick break.
into the lineup if you want.
Welcome back, folks. We're waiting now for Dwight-Englewood to start their infield batting hits and warm-ups. They are practicing off to right field at the moment. You can't really see it on the scoreboard now, but they're off to right field, and the Gilts are just hanging out talking by their bench in left field. In the meantime, we do have a roster and lineup for you for the upcoming Dwight-Englewood Bulldogs, who have a blue uniform with the yellow writing, but we change it on our scoreboard so we don't get confused with the Gales. We have on our scoreboard yellow and with the blue font with blue writing, so like almost like the Warriors for Golden State. All right, so here's your lineup. Playing first base, number 28, Rise Bowie. Left field, number 26, Austin Kim. Pitcher, number 12, Everett Garber. Third base, number 18, J.D. Collins. Catcher, number 33, Ben Friedland. Second base, number 4, Matthew Sevan. Shortstop, number 22, Zach Colasmio. Right field, number 21, Jimmy Burke. And center field, 13, Matis DeBalta. That is your starting lineup. Infield warmers are about to happen just moments away, if not the start of today's game. JV practice is currently happening off to the left hand of the screen, I believe. It has finished right next to the bleacher area. That's where they do their practice hits and everything, but that's how it ended up. Of course, some JV players do stick around for the varsity game. Most of them do, however, leave, but interesting to see there.
Yeah, JV practice. I actually witnessed most of JV practice. They started with their they did their field practice on the other side of the field where the little league usually plays, and they played really well.
Yes,
Couple
they
names
did.
that stood out to me: Anthony Mazzina, who plays left field for JV, sophomore, very good hitter as well. Should definitely come up to varsity at some point. Graham Corte is a third baseman for JV. Played very well in the field. Has a very strong arm from what I saw.
Finish your sentence. I gotta break.
Henry Magnuson, another one that stood out defensively. Also, we also saw them take hacks in the bat. I also saw them take hacks in the batting cages today on the left and out in the left field. Henry Magnuson, Koan Torres, and Anthony Mazzino were the ones who shined the most. And we're gonna now take a break. We'll be back for the game.
We gotta go to break because of the music. We'll be back for the start of the game.
start? All right, we are welcome back to Sheridan here in Rutherford. We are just about ready to get going. We have the two coaches. What's the name of Dwight-Englewood's coach?
Frank Salavano.
So Nigel Archibald, Frank Silvano, out of home plate talking to each other.
Discussing the ground rules. Yeah.
Umpires having a little discussion as a couple of Dwight-Englewood players are up. Thought they were heading to the bullpen. Never mind. As we are just about ready to get started here. Again, coach is going over the outfield rules. Barry's a little bit tricky here. Left field, of course, there is the fence, and there are some bleachers out there. Right field, there's really not a wall out there. Same with right center. What?
Keep going.
So obviously got a little bit to discuss there, and it looks like now we're about ready to get set. So the Gales are going to take the field, as Isaac Young will take the mound for the game. All the regulars back in the Gales lineup today. I'll go from 1 through 9 in terms of defense pitching. It's Isaac Young, Kyle Watson, Jacob Herrera, Jason Rosado, Blaze Conti, Tyler Giordano, Matt DeGennaro, Xavier Rana, and Josh Marino in terms of defensive positioning. We saw a couple of the regulars sit yesterday for their game versus Harrison, Josh Marino, and Jason Rosado, the two. They were both back in lineup today, hitting 4th and 5th, respectively. And as the Gales do their huddle up, and they will now head out to they now take the field as we get set for the matchup. So, yeah, we're right. And that'll bring up Reese Bowie. Reese Bowie, the first baseman, will lead off for Dwight-Englewood. It'll be Reese Bowie, Austin Kim, and Everett Garber here in the top of the first.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game today, and trying to get their for a second back-to-back win again. As we mentioned in yesterday's broadcast, this is just the beginning of lots of games to come for the Gales. As not only do they have a game today, and not only did they play yesterday with the win against Harrison, they have a game tomorrow in North Arlington. They have a game on Sunday. They have a game Monday, Tuesday, and then they have off. So they have a lot of at least 6 games within a matter of five games, 5-6 games already within a matter of a week. This is pretty incredible that the Gales can handle and take care of all that in a timely manner of fashion. So great job by the Gales and keeping up with their good work. And no off days except for Saturday. Other than that, it's going to be a big, busy week for the Gales. They did a good start yesterday, and they had a good start to their weekend. Hoping to do more tomorrow.
Yep, Gales, they got to, grind it out. Obviously playing all these consecutive games, it's obviously not easy, but the Gales should be able to manage. We're going to get a little infield huddle here before the game starts. Isaac Young getting some support from his teammates. Again, all the regulars are back in the lineup today for the Gales. And let's see if we're yep. Reese Bowie will lead off here in the top of the first, facing the right-handed pitcher Isaac Young. And the senior's first pitch of the game is a fastball that misses inside, and we are underway.
On May the 4th.
Yes.
I'll be with you.
And that's golfed out to left field. That might get out of here, and that ball is off the base of the wall.
It should be a double,
fielded by DeGennaro. And into second base with a leadoff double is Reese Bowie. He came very close to hitting that one out. And a good start for Dwight-Englewood here in the top of the first.
Great work by Reese Bowie. He did a great job, a great hit, and good opening start for the Dwight-Englewood. And, of course, it's only the opening pitch for the Gales. Still got plenty of time to bounce back.
Austin Kim playing left field, batting second. Again, Bowie at second with one out. And square in a bun, lays off, and Young misses upstairs. Ball 1. And there's a strike. 1-1. Good slider from Young. So after the last game for the Gales, where there were only 2, Harrison only had, I believe, 3 chances with runners in scoring position. Leadoff batter in the game, Dwight-Englewood already has a chance with a runner in scoring position. Squaring a bunt again and misses outside as Watson grabs it to prevent the runner from advancing, and it's 2-1.
And of course, this game is a big game for the Gales. As they want, of course, keep up their first place title lead. As of course, Rutherford lost to North Arlington yesterday, who the Gales play tomorrow. North Arlington, and it goes to show, like, you have to, like, get this win to show who's the better team, and we obviously know it's St. Mary's. So they need this win today. Let them keep in first place in the national division. Like, and yeah, they've been already first in the non-public B group B rankings. Just trying to stay first in the national division. That's key. Try to
Scored a bunt again,
standings.
and that time he cannot hold up. And it's 2-2. So the pitch, I think, missed outside, but he kept the bunt down, so it counts as a strike, and it's 2-2. Young looking for a strikeout here. Fly ball, or ground ball could advance the runner to third. Base hit could give Dwight-Englewood the early lead here. Young looking for a strikeout. And the miss is high, and it's full count. It is a beautiful day here in Rutherford. Far cry from the weather yesterday, where it rained for a little bit, a lot colder today. It's about mid-50s, I'd say. And perfect day for some baseball.
Yeah, very good.
And he popped it up, foul, and Young is calling for it, and the pitcher makes the grab for the first out. So that's a big out there for Isaac Young as he takes it himself. Everett Garber, who is the starting pitcher for Dwight-Englewood, he's batting third. So this kid must be a very good hitter and pitcher, especially if he's batting third and he's the pitcher. Still a runner at second for Dwight-Englewood. There goes the runner from second, and no throw from Watson, so it's a stolen base for Bowie. And now Dwight-Englewood has a runner at third with 1 out.
In scoring position.
He's already in scoring position at second.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Gales are going to keep the infield back, so they'll concede the run on the ground ball. Right decision early in the game. Keep your infield back. Don't bring them in. Yeah, that's a bit of a risk.
Yeah, great call there. And
swing and a miss. 1-1. Oh.
Sir. Get my shot.
And that misses. 2-1.
No, 2-1.
Actually, he might have. I don't know if he called it a strike or not. Didn't make the signal.
2-1.
I think it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Gales keep their infield back.
No, 1 strike. 2 strikes, 1 ball.
That's outside.
2-2.
2-2. J.D. Collins on deck. Dwight didn't look for a breakthrough early. And it was in the dirt, Bobby. It was in the dirt. That one was in the dirt. It's a full count.
The different angles we all have.
We all have a different perspective on what the strike zone looks like.
Yeah.
So now, Young in danger of putting runners on the corners. And that's a ground ball toward the hole. It goes through for a base hit. And Dwight-Englewood will take the early lead. Bowie comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Everett Garber. So the stolen base pays off for Dwight-Englewood, and it's 1-0.
A good hit there. I mean, he got him to first. You got a runner in, and you got to run at first. I mean, good job by Dwight-Englewood to get the early start. I mean, the Gales, it's early. They'll get the start. They'll get chances, and they're going to get that win. No problem at all. And of course, if you watch yesterday's broadcast, Jack had the honor to interview our former broadcaster James Gregg and Tyler Giordano, and Tyler Giordano just committed to St. Peter's, Jersey City, home to the Peacocks.
Swing and a miss there by J.D. Collins, and it's 0-1. So a run home here for Dwight-Englewood in the first. Not as much showing today from the Gales bench, but not much from Dwight-Englewood because that ball goes to the backstop, and Watson throwing a second will be not in time. Watson double clutched that ball. Rosado could not make the tag, so it'll be a pass ball on Young, moving the runner down to second. So now
the low crop could also be because of the weather. I mean, some parts of Upper Jersey and New York did have some rain, and for us, we had rain in Rutherford in the morning, not so much the afternoon hours. So that could also be the reason why for the low crowd today's game.
There's a strike, and it's 1-2 for Isaac Young. Not much of a showing here for Dwight-Englewood today.
Just like Harrison yesterday, but hey, it's okay. Maybe it might benefit them.
In there, strike 3 called. Fastball on the outside corner, and Young picks up his first strikeout of the game. Second out here in the first. That's a big one there for Isaac Young.
Yeah, great job by Young. Great attempt there, and got him in time. Perfect wait, and almost try to end this inning.
Ben
And
Friedland.
Let only one run come in, not the two, and call it an inning.
Ben Friedland, who is catching today for Dwight-Englewood, will be up next.
Pitch.
Ground ball, foul. 0-1. Dwight-Englewood has a run home here in the first. Came on an RBI single from Everett Garber with a runner. Again, you had a run out there, so the ball would have gone in a run anyways. But Giordano, it was too far to his right to get the ball, so it ended up being a base hit. And now Garber is at second with a base hit here. Could make it 2-0 lead. A wide open right side for Friedland. And he tried to go that way, but he fouls it back, and it's 0-2. So Young ahead here in the count 0-2. And he got him looking. Side retired.
Wow.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Young to end the inning. But Dwight-Englewood gets to run an RBI single from Everett Garber, and it's 1-0 Dwight-Englewood.
Way back.
Back for the bottom of the first, as Everett Garber takes the mound for Dwight-Englewood. Tyler Giordano will lead off here in the bottom of the first. As seems like we have a I think Adam Lopez is doing the PA announcing today for the Gales.
Guess I'm
How
fired.
about that? All right, well, Gales trail 1-0 here. We saw Everett Garber warming up before the inning started. He was throwing gas. But there's a breaking ball that's in for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
I guess I'm fired from PA, Jack. That's all right, though.
Ty was the biggest producer of offense for the Gales yesterday. 3 hits, an RBI double, drove in 5 runs. Interviewed him after the game. Said he had been struggling, but I think yesterday was a good breakout game for him. Let's see if he can carry that into today and the rest of the season for the Gales. And the St. Peter's commit takes a strike, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and of course we wish him the best of luck on his rest of his career, and he's done a phenomenal job all season long, and he's done great, especially even his junior year when he was here last year for St. Mary's. He did a great job as well, and great choice to come to St. Mary's, and we all, of course, always wish him the best.
That was this pitcher is throwing very hard so far as Garber misses down with the slider, and it's a full count. Now, something Giordano's been very good at is walking.
Yes,
Even
he's been good.
Although he has been struggling, as he said, he has been definitely drawing his walks and getting on base. And good cut there as he fouls one back. So it'll be Giordano, Watson, and Conti here in the bottom of the first. As it has been for pretty much the whole season. That's driven out to deep left field down the line. That ball is deep, and it's out of here.
It's a home
leadoff
run.
home run for Tyler Giordano, and just like that, the Gales tie the game. It's 1-1. How about that? Right down the left field line. It almost hit the pole, and Tyler Giordano leads off with a home run.
Great work by Tyler Giordano.
As Kyle Watson salutes with a helmet tap.
Yeah.
That ball was hit deep. The Gales have come very close to a couple of home runs here. We saw James Gregg came very close yesterday, John Stevens earlier in the season, but Giordano was able to hit one out there on a breaking ball from Garber. It's an awesome moment. I mentioned that he had been struggling, and he had started to turn on yesterday. I think he turned it on there. That was a
great job for him. And if anybody from St. Peter's is watching, you have absolutely made the correct choice for agreeing to have him there on your team, and he's going far. And home run, and so Blaze has done it home, and Blaze Conti's done it home, and now Tyler sends it off.
That was a moonshot. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be fair or foul, but it ended up being fair.
Yes,
as Kyle Watson
was right where the
is at
soccer
plate.
net is on the right hand side by the pole. It is where the left field hill creatures are at. So a little souvenir for them.
As Watson fouls one back, and it's a 1-2 count. Now Watson's also been playing well lately. Only had 2 at-bats yesterday. Walked and got hit by a pitch. So looking for something to hit here. We saw him have a 4-hit performance last Tuesday, about 9 days ago now against Pompton Lakes. Went 4 for 4, 3 hits to right field. Drove in a couple runs. But that home run was quite the response from the Gales.
Yeah, making this a 1-1 game.
And Watson takes one just inside. Good take there by Kyle, and it's 2-2. And that's outside. It's a full count. This has been 7 back here from Kyle Watson, taking a couple very close pitches. Can the Gales? All these Gales batters look to be starting to settle in now for the Gales. See what Watson does here with the full count. Fouls one back. Good cut there. And the Gales bench, I think they're still fired up from that home run by Tyler Giordano. As they're making some noise over there.
And who can't be your senior year and hit a home run off to, which almost looked like a foul. And perfect job by Tyler Giordano. He just committed the other day.
And that's in there. Strike 3 called. Watson knew it. First strikeout for Garber. That was a terrific at-bat from Watson, so a disappointing end. But so now Blaze Conti. Blaze has been absolutely fantastic this year for the Gales, leading the team in average, hits, RBIs, runs scored, pretty much every category you think of. That's why he's hitting third in the lineup. He's playing third today. He DH'd yesterday, but he is back at third today. He's played a little bit of first. First was his main position last year, but now playing third. That's in the dirt, 1-1.
What?
This pitcher showing some very good stuff so far. But Gales have done a good job so far, as that's fouled back by Blaze, and it's 1-2. And he foul tips it, and it's foul ball. Cannot be held by the catcher. I think he just got a piece of it. The catcher could have held on. It would have been in the third out.
Second out. 1 out, 1-2 count, 1-1 count.
Swing and a miss in the dirt, and the catcher will make the throw down to first to complete the play. So back-to-back strikeouts for Garber, and that's the second out here in the first. So after the Giordano home run, Garber has responded with back-to-back strikeouts, and it'll be up to the cleanup hitter, Josh Moreno, who sailed yesterday. Now Moreno hit a home run last Monday in Weehawken, and Bobby was at that game, had a great call on that home run. Let's see what he can do here in this at-bat. Moreno's been in the cleanup spot for most of the year. Had a couple games where he was hitting second, but this has been his spot. Great left-handed hitter, and there's a pitch that may have been a little wide, but it's called a strike, and it's 0-1. 10-5 St. Mary's versus 10-6 Dwight-Englewood. And that's foul back, and it's 0-2. Good cut there by Moreno.
Yeah. Almost hit it when
Well,
it got stuck up there. For
Gales
the
have
eighth
shown
count.
some great at-bats here, fouling off some, just gas from this pitcher. This pitcher seems like, again, throws very hard, has a good breaking ball. We saw that on the strikeout of Blaze Conti. And he strikes out Moreno with a high fastball. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Everett Garber, but Tyler Giordano's leadoff home run ties the game. It's 1-1.
So welcome back, folks. 1-1 is your score after a home run by Tyler Giordano. And now at bat is number 4,
Matthew Savan.
Matthew Saban.
Yes. So Young, bit of a rough start to Isaac Young, bit of a rough start to first inning. Gave the pitcher Everett Garber, but then finished the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. Let's see if he can carry that momentum here into the second. As Eli mentioned, Matthew Savan, the second baseman, will lead off here in the second. It'll be Savan, Zach Colosimo, and Jimmy Burke for Dwight-Englewood here in the second. So Young quickly falls behind 2-0. Swing and a miss there. Good sinker by Young, and it's 2-1. Well, even though the pitcher for Dwight-Englewood, Everett Garber, gave up that home run, he looked very, very impressive in that inning.
Yes,
3
he did.
strikeouts through gas, and now Young falls quickly. And now Young is behind 3-1 here. Again, beautiful day here in Rutherford. St. Mary's on a 4-game winning streak, trying to make it to 5. They've got
Yeah, so the field is not ready yet for the Hinchcliffe Stadium where the New Jersey Jackals will crown its new home. So instead, it's now going to be at William Patterson University. The time remains the same at 12:45, and the team opponent remains the same, but now it is moved to William University. They're at Richfield for 4:15 p.m. That's on the 18th. That does not include the county games, of course, and interesting stats from there. And they rolled the ball for a 3-1 count. And here are your team leaders for Dwight-Englewood. Of course, for the same areas, it remains the same. For Blaze Conti, he leads everything except for the pitching, which is Isaac Young, who has the lead. Those stats are available on NJ.com if you want to just double check after the game. For Elmwood Park, number 33, Ben Friedland with 19 RBIs, and Rise Bowie with 20 runs at bat. Interesting work by Dwight-Englewood.
That's sixth here. He's DHing today after playing second. Had an RBI double yesterday, and he takes one up high, ball 1. So that was the first non-strikeout out for Everett Garber today. Again, has shown great stuff on the mound, great hair. He should definitely get a chance to play D1 schools. That's fly down the left field line. Should be playable there. And the catch is made for the second out by the left fielder, Austin Kim. And 2 out, nobody on for the Gales. As now, Jacob Herrera will come up to bat. Number 0, playing first base. Made a nice play there to end the inning. Had to go over to his right. And Isaac Young did a great job covering the bag. Bit of a high throw, but Young kept his foot on the bag.
The Wi-Fi?
And Garber's breaking ball is in for a strike, and it's 0-1. And Jake takes one outside, and it's 1-1. Big game here for the Gales. Again, great to see them on the this 4-game win streak. They had some struggles early in the season. They played powerhouses though, so can't really fault them. They've played well in all those games. There's a late strike call there by the umpire. Fastball in the inside corner, and it's 1-2. So Garber looking for his first 1-2-3 inning. He's set down each of the last 5 batters. That's inside, nearly hit Herrera, and it's 2-2. That he actually.
We're good.
Bobby, flip the camera. All right, put it on. Having snacks during the game, but I gotta have something, man. I don't want to be starving out here. So again, stay tuned for every single game for the top of the third with a
This
new
is just
Jack
like
Snacks every
EJ
single
Nito's stat
day.
of the night for Inside the NBA. The things we do on the broadcast.
Ooh, good pitch there by Young, and it's 2-1. Young is thrown 2 innings, giving up just the 1 run, which was an RBI single by his counterpart, Everett Garber, fellow pitcher. And he chops 1 foul, and it's 2-2. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first ever edition of Jack Snacks. Get ready, stay tuned tomorrow because Eli and I have a special plan for you guys for tomorrow. And just got a piece of that one was the
So I might have an early jack.
Matthias de Alba is the batter here. He is the center fielder.
So I have an early Jack's snack at the early inning. Number 25, Xavier Arana starts the bottom of the third here in Tamblyn. Philip Sheridan Senior Field.
Yes.
As it's a 1-1 game. And during the pause of broadcast, Tyler Giordano caught an amazing catch off by the third left field, off by third base on the left field side. So incredible work by the entire Giordano. And
Nice take there by Arana.
future is good for Giordano. The
Sure
rest of
is.
these,
He's going to be a hell of a player in college.
St. Mary crew.
So, Xavier Arana, who, of course, pitches for the Gales as well, but he is also plays center field. He's in the lineup today, batting ninth, and now has a 2-1 count. And after the pop out to Giordano, Isaac Young struck out Austin Kim on 3 pitches, just dominated him. And there's a little floater that's going to fall for a base hit for Xavier Arana. So leadoff hit here for the Gales in the bottom of the third. It's their third hit. And back to the top of the order we go. And the man who hit the home run, Tyler Giordano, will come up.
Could you do it again?
I think he's just looking for a knock here. Hit one to the gap. Hit just try to drive this runner. Try to at least advance him. But again, we saw he set himself. He was struggling. Just trying to get into the groove. Good. Just a good. It was obviously a great win yesterday. For them. Good performance from Tyler. And let's see if he can build on the home run that he just hit.
And as Bobby just mentioned, there is a huge gap between left and center field. That is because of the home run that Tyler Giordano just hit. It was off to left field. So good chance there if he does hit it off to center left.
Yep. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter if that left fielder is playing over there. I mean, with that home run that he hit before, there was no chance anybody was getting that. That was well over the wall. Count. Yes, it's a 2-0 count. It was only just a matter if that ball was going to stay fair or not. The dimensions are a little tricky here, but the ball did stay fair, and it was a home run. I believe it might have actually been his first of the year, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's check back on that. But as Bobby mentioned, there's a huge gap in left center field. Again, of course, because of the home run hit it right down the line. And Giordano is a 2-0 count with Kyle Watson waiting on deck. Garber has looked very impressive so far. Struck out 3. And a check swing, did he go? He did. 2-1. That was ball 3, but Giordano couldn't lay off on the swing.
2-1.
And instead of being ball 3, it's now a 2-1 count with Xavier Arana, good base runner at first. As the pitcher steps off. There goes Arana. Pitch laid off, and it'll be a stolen base for Xavier Arana. First stolen base of the game for St. Mary's. Dwight-Englewood had one before, and that takes a double play out of order. It's now a 3-1 count to Tyler Giordano. Now a base hit could drive in and run. There's still that huge gap over there in left center field.
Or a home run. I mean, that could run.
I think he's just focused on getting a hit here, and he walks instead. So 5. And now over to third goes Arana. The ball got away from the catcher. The ball time wasn't called, and now the Gales have runners to corners with nobody out for Kyle Watson. Now Dwight-Englewood will keep their infield back in double play up, so we'll concede a run on a ground ball. Now the third baseman though, and that is J.D. Collins, is playing pretty far in. But you've got the middle. But again, a ground ball to a middle infielder would 100% bring in a run. But we will see. There is still a huge gap in left center field. And there's a strike, 0-1. Watson struck out looking his first time up. That was the first walk given up by Garber in this game. Isaac Young has also walked one.
What?
There goes the runner, a swing and a miss, and no throw. It's a stolen base for Giordano. So back-to-back stolen bases, and now runners are at second and third with nobody out. And now the infield is going to come in now, all the way in for Dwight-Englewood. So now when a ground ball to any position, they would come home. But Watson has an 0-2 count. And he drives one out to left center field.
Wow.
Will to be deep enough. Center field comes in to make the catch. Arana tagging and coming home. And no, he will stay put at third. So Watson is not able to drive in the run. It's a, as the center fielder, Matthias de Alba made the catch. Arana thought about tagging, but Coach Archibald held him at third. So Watson not able to bring in the runner. And that'll bring up Blaze Conti, who struck out his first time up.
Yeah, but he has had home runs. I mean, he could allow in a 3-run homer here with only one out. It's possible.
That's a
Anything's
good
possible.
breaking ball there from Garber, and it's 0-1. I thought that ball would be deep enough, but I guess the center fielder has a very good arm. Arana's a good base runner, so I thought for sure he would try it, but maybe made the smart decision in not coming home. And there's a chopper foul, and now it's 0-2. Garber was in a strikeout position before, didn't get it, got a fly ball. He needs a strikeout here. And, ooh, a big swing there by Conti as he fouls it back. And it's still 0-2.
And as it is, May the 4th be with you. Here's a little history from about the May the 4th day and name. Came after Margaret Thatcher won the election for Britain's first female prime minister. That was back on May 4th, 1979. And a token of her victory.
That's lined in the center field, a base hit for Conti. And the score is Arana. Giordano will be waved around third, and he will score. A 2-run single for Blaze Conti, and it's 3-0. And it's 3-1 as the Gales will take the lead. So Blaze Conti, with his after striking out his first at bat, ripped a single in the field, ripped a base hit, and drives in the run. And now Josh Moreno will bat. He struck out his first time up. Great at bat there for Blaze Conti. Got down 0-2. He ripped one. That was a bullet into center field.
It was a great job by Blaze Conti, and he did absolutely what he had to do. And great work by him. And it's a 3-1 ball game.
In the dirt, 1-0 to Moreno. That was aggressive base running, too. Ball hits the shot center. Center fielder played well, but they waved. Arana was going to score, but they waved Giordano around third.
Yep.
And he scored without a throw, without a relay throw at least. So now 3-1 Gales after trailing 1-0. Giordano has scored 2 of the 3 runs, with Arana scoring the other. And Moreno fouls one back, and it's 1-1. So Conti at first. Not necessarily a threat to run. Gales do like to steal their bases, though. We already seen 2 in this game, and that's in the dirt. 2-1. Good take by Moreno.
Yeah, as I mentioned about the May the 4th, it came out, the page advertisement was during the London Evening News on May the 4th, and that's where they came up with the name. It's not just Star Wars Celebration, it is also...
Oh, and that's
a celebration.
drilled by Moreno foul. It's going to go into the yard,
house.
into the tree, actually. That was hit a very far foul ball by Josh Moreno. You usually don't see right fielders pull foul balls like that.
Yeah.
Usually right fielders hit foul balls to the left side, and then our lefties hit it to the left side, and righties vice versa. So now it's a 2-2 count to Moreno with Conti at first, getting a big lead off first, and Moreno strikes over a second time. Conti runs, and he is in there safely, and the ball now goes into left field, and Conti will take third. And will he come home? So Blaze Conti with aggressive base running there. Now, so it's a strikeout for Garber. That's his 4th of the game. The second time he's got Moreno. And now he has, but now with Conti at third with 2 out. Jason Rosado now, the second baseman with a chance to drive him in. Jason hit a bullet back to the right up the middle, but the pitcher Garber grabbed it and threw him out. Curveball, strike, nothing in 1. Another beauty of a pitch there. This guy's got a lot of pitches. He's got, from what I've seen, a fastball, slider, and curveball. Fouls one back. Good cut there by Rosado, and it is 0-2. Garber trying to get out of this inning. He's already given up 2 runs.
Pitch.
Foul back.
Foul ball
Another
again.
good cut there by Rosado. Have some little league, some warm ups for
The Little
another
League game.
another baseball team down there. As it was cloudy and rainy before, but it has cleared up and now it's very nice here. And Rosado grounds one, and that's a fair ball down the left field line.
RBI single for Jason Rosado. 1 run scores. It's a 4-1 ball game.
Jason Rosado hitting one right down the left field line. Third baseman made a nice attempt, but he could not get it. And on an 0-2 pitch, Jason Rosado drives in the run. Gales have now put up 3 here in the bottom of the third. It is 4-1, and now we get a visit for Everett Garber, the starting pitcher, who started off extremely strong. Struck out 3 in the first. Has not struck out anybody. Has struck out
played them last year.
1 since then, but now has given up his 3rd run here in the third and is 4th overall.
And as I just mentioned to Bobby here, we did not play Dwight-Englewood last year, which was to show you how much of a different matchup this game is going to be. New talent, new everything. And we have a little dog fight off to the left field. What?
Yep.
Dogs are fighting off the left field. Everything's cleaned up though.
Not as big of a and as Adam Lopez with a great announcement there. I love it. I think he's doing a great job over there. As he mentioned, it is Jesus Bautista leading off here in the hitting in the bottom third. There was a mound visit for Everett Garber. He'll stay out there.
So when he's in the off season, is he gonna take over PA for basketball?
Probably not. I don't know. I think he just I think
It's fun.
he seems to be enjoying himself though, at least doing it, which is good. But so obviously this inning has to make Isaac Young happy. He'll go back out to the mound in the 4th with a lead. See if Bautista can bring in a run here. Hit to the left side and caught by the third baseman
For the out.
Collins, and that retires the side. But the Gales score 3, 4-1. St. Mary's going to the bottom of the third. Want to go back on?
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome back. It is the top of the 4th now. The Gills are up 4-1 after incredible RBI hits from both Blaze Conti and Jason Rosado. Blaze Conti allowed in, with his RBI, 2 runs to come in, and Jason Rosado allowed Blaze to come in for the 3 extra runs of that inning. It's 4-1.
Good pitch there by Young. Fastball. First strike, and it is 0-1 as the Gales lead 4-1 here, trying to win their 5th straight game and improve to 11-5 on the season.
No bullpen action quite yet for both teams yet, despite of what Dwight-Englewood pitcher has allowed in, but it's still early in
Only
this
4
game,
runs.
and
It's not that big of a deal.
More to come.
I don't think we're going to see any pitching changes for a while. And the curveball hit out to right field, and comes Moreno, and he will can't
Drop it
quite
for the
make
error.
the catch. No, it's not an error. It's a base
No error?
hit.
Base hit.
Moreno made a nice attempt at grabbing it. Just couldn't quite get there. Got a late start. Rosado tried going out. He couldn't get there as well. And it's a leadoff single for Young's counterpart, Everett Garber.
Great effort, no error.
Great effort, no error there.
So it'll be a single for Garber, and he's 2 for 2.
What can you do? You make silly mistakes, but it's all right.
Joey Chavasta has come out with his uniform on, so could we see him possibly in relief today? Only time will tell. Right now, though, Young is looking pretty sharp out there.
Yeah,
After giving up the run in the first, he's
Yesterday's-
scoreless. Wow.
Yeah, wow, good call there. Interesting call, rather. Yeah, Joey Javas, of course, he played yesterday's game, but he played as a shortstop.
Second base.
Second baseman, excuse me. He did not play. He did not play pitching. Pitcher, excuse me. So it's interesting to see that they did switch up his position yesterday. He doesn't hit, but he just does the pitching portion for St. Mary's. Of course, they do have a lot of games other than yesterday and today's. They got 4 more within these next 4 days, and
As the runner advances to second there,
That's-
as a violent pitch there from Young. Tough hop there for Watson to handle, and it's a 1-2 count now. So now a runner is in scoring position for Dwight-Englewood. They're trying to get this runner back is J.D. Collins, who struck out looking his first time up. He is down in the count 1 and 2. Curveball outside, 2 and 2. I think it looks like the right call to me from my vantage point, but Young has been showing off that pitch today. Two coming. Outside, ball 3.
does not attempt to run.
They
So it's
need
a full count, 4-1. 4-1 is your score in the 4th inning. Let's see what happens here.
Bulldogs need one more base runner to get the tying run to bat. 3 and 2.
Here's the pitch.
And he got him looking on the outside
him.
corner.
For
Isaac
the
Young
first
has
out.
struck out J.D. Collins looking for the second time. That's Isaac's 4th K of the day. And 3 of the 4 have been caught looking strikeouts. So 1 out in the 4th, and that'll bring up the catcher, Ben Friedland. See if the the Bulldogs can drive in this run here. DeGennaro's playing playing extremely deep out there and left. There's a curveball, stays up high though, ball 1. Last time we saw Isaac Young pitch in person, took the loss against Don Bosco back about 2 weeks ago. The game where we interviewed Coach D'Alessandro. Gave up.
He even came yesterday's game.
Gave up 4 runs. Pitched well, but gave up 4 runs, including a 2-run homer to give up the lead, and ended up taking the loss in a close one. But he is looking very, very sharp in this game after the Gales have gotten great pitching performances lately. Yesterday we saw Jacob Herrera and Jose Victorio combine for a complete game, and they gave up 2 runs late but pitched very well. And it's now 2-1 to Ben Friedland, the catcher. So again, DeGenero playing extremely deep in left. Arana and Moreno more in. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Good fastball by Young. Joey Shavasta's warming up on the left side, so could we possibly see him in a relief outing today? Only time will tell. We will just have to see. So it's a
He
2-2
has done a great job all season, including the playing shortstop yesterday. and as
second.
well, excuse me, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I keep making a mistake with that. He was playing second yesterday, and incredible job doing the pitching.
Just outside, ball 3.
Wow.
Gale's dugout throw a strike. Looked a little wide to me.
Yeah.
Again, at least his umpire's been pretty consistent with his ball placement. But now it's a foul count. Again. So with a runner on second and 1 out, Young looking for a strikeout here. And that's way outside, ball 4. So Young issues his second walk of the game. And now as the Dwight-Englewood to get the tying run at bat with Matthew Savant, who had the other walk for Dwight-Englewood in this game. Young working for the stretch. And as the umpire has some words with the Gales bench.
There's going to pinch runner at first. It'll be now number 7, which is.
I got it.
Jack will read the name.
It is Julian Kitselnik. Julian Kitselnik will be the pinch runner at first for Dwight-Englewood. As it's starting to get a little chilly here at Sheridan.
The weather's been on and off, but it's been all right so far. Good for the Gales, as they have runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that's ripped. Down the third. Conti steps on third and the throw to first, and it's in time for the 5-5-3 double play. Second time in this game. Sorry.
Yes,
second time in this game that the Gales have turned a double play. Both times have been unassisted double plays. Side retired, 4 innings down for Isaac Young.
Yeah, double play. I think I have it at home.
Sorry, I swear I did not mean to do that. I was just
No,
trying to
no, Welcome back. It is going to be solo for the next minute or two, as both my partners head to the restroom here. Up at now is number 0, Jacob Herrera. Competition with Adam Lopez, who's also doing the PA today's game. Here comes the first pitch for the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-1 is your score. Here's the pitch. It'll be low for ball 1. And a 1-1 count with the strike. And that is a 2-1 count. Possible for 3-1. Bullpen action for the Bulldogs. Number 7 is warming up, and that is Ketzel. We'll get the name in a second. That is off, grounded to second, shortstop, and thrown to first for the out. 1 out, and that'll bring up now number 14, Matthew DeJaneiro. Warming up is number 7, Julian Katzelnik for the Bulldogs. Usually Jack has all this information, but subbing for a minute. De Janeiro, the pitch. It's a strike for an 0-1. No bullpen action yet for St. Mary's. Possibly Joey Chavasta could be coming in. It is early in this game. It is only 4-1, but anything is possible throughout this game, as we know. The next pitch is going to be outside for ball 1, 1-2. The next pitch is going to be grounded to the shortstop, thrown to first base, and in time for the out. Almost stepped off the bag. Got in time for the second out. Up out now is number 25, that I believe is Xavier Arana. And that's they ruled as a ball, not a strike. It's a 1-0 count. Close call there. I think we need to retire Here's the next pitch. And it is almost hit the batter, but it is ruled as another ball, 2-0 count. And that's a 2-1. Inside for 2-1. Or 1-2, 1-2. 2-1, 2-1. 2-1, yeah, 2-1, that was right. And that is stuck up on the fence. That is the 8th ball stuck on the fence. Making a little collection. Goes by 10 by the end of this week. Well, this is the last home game here for a while. They're going 3 days away at the road. One, of course, at the neutral site at William Patterson University. That was originally supposed to be played at Hinchcliffe Stadium. The new home to the New Jersey Jackals, a minor league baseball team. However, due to the field not being ready, they're moving to William Patterson. They'll still play Stony Brook Prep. However, it is at a new location, William Patterson University, 12:45, same time. Patterson. And there's a pop-up high fly ball to right, and that is in time, call for the out to retire the inning. 4-1 is your score. The Gales are coming up back out the field. Welcome back. 4-1 is your score. No bullpen action yet for St. Mary's. In the meantime, Isaac Young remains still as pitcher. Number 7 has warmed up for the Bulldogs of Dwight-Englewood. Also shared the same name as Rutherford. We'll see if he'll start the bottom of the 5th when the Gales are up bat. Here's the first pitch by Young in this inning. And it is a swing and a miss for a strike, and that is number 22, Zach Cosmio. And we're at a 1-1 at 2-0-2. So we have an 0-2 count. Excuse me, yeah, 0-2, 2 outs. There's no 2 outs, right? Start the inning. Yeah. All right, so the scoreboard's wrong. It is a 2-1 count on the scoreboard. 1-2. 1-2 now. There you go. 1-2 count. 2-2 now. 2-2 count. 2 outs. 4-1's your score. No one on base. This is the top of the 5th. And strikes him out. And that will bring in the first out of the inning. Nigel Archibald, the head coach for St. Mary's, giving some advice to both St. Mary's, to all the entire St. Mary's bench. He's done a phenomenal job coaching this entire season, especially during those powerhouse schools. In the meantime, it's a 4-1 count. 4-1. No, it's not 4-1 count. 4-1 is your score. Excuse me.
4-1.
Read it wrong. Be nice for interesting if that happened, but it is a 3-0. Pitch again is going to be a strike, 3-1. Swing and a miss, and full count. Here we go. This is all or nothing. Is it a base hit? Not a base hit, walk, or the second strikeout for Isaac Young in this inning, and it's a foul ball instead. And of course, if they do switch out players, Joey Chavasta is standing by. He has his hat on and the glove, so possibly he could be heading to the mound any minute now. He'll walk him instead. He'll head to first. First walk this inning, and that'll bring up now number 13, Mateus Dabada. De Alba. The pitch is now outside for a 1-0 count. And a quick meet by Nigel and the crew and team. Don't think there's going to be a pitching change quite yet, but some just words of talk and advice. Waiting to see how it happens here. Jack will be joining me back in just a minute.
All right, I'm
Here's
back,
Jack.
my friends. I'm sorry about that. Just, had to go do something real quick. So it appears there has not been any score change. Appreciate Eli covering this for the last about inning or so. We are back though with Isaac Young, runner at first, 1 out. Young has pitched terrifically, gave up the 1 run in the first, but has been impeccable since then.
And it looks like Joey's heading to the bullpen.
He sure is. Looks like we might see Joey come in to possibly pitch. It might be for some bullpen work, but he might actually come in. We'll just have to see. Oh, pickoff try. And a wide throw. Herrera did a good job to prevent it from going into foul territory.
The catcher will head to the bullpen alongside the pitcher, Joey Chavasta. And we've seen while you're
swing and a miss, 2-2.
We had number 7. He was that was Katzelnik for the Bulldogs, who could be possibly coming in some way through the 6th, if not the start of the 6th. Excuse me, bottom of the 5th. Excuse me. So keep
So
stay
2-2
for
from
that.
Young, and down full count.
It's a full count here with 1 out. Here's the pitch to bring the second out.
3-2. Outside ball
Walks him.
4. Close pitch. It's a walk by Young. That'll put 2 runners on, and once again, Dwight-Englewood will get the tying run to bat. Now, the last inning ended on a 5-5-3 double play by Blaze Conti. Let's see what happens here as we have a dog walking over here. Not much support today from Dwight-Englewood. A couple of family and friends over on their side. Empty bleachers, but they brought their own chairs. So let's see if Young can get through the 5th.
Oh, by the way, Alyssa left. She won't say goodbye.
Oh.
She had to go.
It's fine. Trying to get through the and now Watson will come out for a visit with Young.
So the staff of St. Mary's bench is not happy with what is happening. I believe Young is just tired and just needs a change. Chavas, the freshman, is warming up on the bullpen. He could be possibly coming in within the bottom of the 5th, if not the start of the 6th. Excuse me, top of the 5th, if not the start of the 6th.
I think we're gonna try to let Isaac finish this one out. Again, he's got two outs to get. Struggling a bit with the strike zone, but we have seen him get out of a couple of jams today. Saw him he's gotten some strikeouts today. Really worked his curveball. There it is right there. Wow. That's I don't know where that one missed. And it is a 2-0 count. Well, the bases could be loaded here. Who's up at bat?
But yes, remember, we did have a double play earlier by Blaze Conti. Blaze Conti
And Rosado.
and Rosado. By 3rd to 1st. It was an incredible play there. And now it's a 3-0 count. I don't know.
This is looking a little shaky.
A double play could happen here. If not,
well,
bases loaded.
You gotta think that the batter here will not be swinging 0, as the pitching coach is heading to the bullpen.
And that's a strike. It's a 3-1
See
count.
maybe if Chavasta is ready yet. We're not sure.
So
Young found a strike there in it's 3-1. This is a good hitter's count, so could be a good pitch here for the batter to hit. Tying run at the plate, and he pops it up a mile high. Rosado under it. Infield fly will be called. The batter is out, and Rosado secures it for the 2nd out.
For the 2nd out,
as Reese Bowie, who came very close to a home run before, fouls that one off. That is a big 2nd out for Isaac Young. So still 2 runners on with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Austin Kim, who has popped out to Young and struck out. And now,
of course, if they allow
Coach Archibald yelling some instructions to his players, trying to get them in position to play.
Of course, if they allow him to run, of course, that will be not good. And I wouldn't be surprised if Shavasta comes in.
If it's 1 run, it's not that big of a deal. If it's 2 or 3 runs, it may be, but I don't know. I don't know. He kind of just started warming up, so I think they're gonna let Isaac finish this one out. He might even come in for the 6th. We'll just have to see. But it doesn't really have necessarily a high pitch count. Might just be again, with the brutal schedule coming up, they might try to keep him for as few innings as possible, so he's better for his next game. And there's a strike, 1-1. So and the Gills have won 4 straight after sitting at a tight 6-5. They've opened it up now to 10-5, trying to go to 11-5 on the season. Again, he's got 2 outs, runners on, and that's low, 2-1. Well, Young got in a 3-ball count in his last batter, 3-0 count. Got a 3-1, again made it to 3-1, then got a pop out from Bowie. Let's see if he can do the same here in a 2-1 count.
Pitch.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. That was a weak swing there from Austin Kim. Looked like he wasn't sure about that pitch. And now Young has a path out of the inning with a 2-2 count.
With 2 outs.
Again, tying run at the plate.
And 2-2 equals May the 4th.
In the dirt, way outside, and it's 3-2. Young trying to throw that pitch a little too hard.
No laughter, so it was a horrible joke.
What?
That's a 2-2. It's May the 4th. All right, whatever. Full count. I tried.
Yep. As again, So again, 3-2 coming, and Young will step off. Well, the runners will be going here on the full count with 2 outs. So Young we'll check on them. We'll see again. A gapper could bring in 2. Home run could tie the game. Ground ball, strikeout, fly ball could end the inning. Million possibilities here. Let's see what Young can do. Ground ball to short. Giordano charges and makes a throw in time. Side retired. 5 terrific innings from Isaac Young. 4-1 Gales going into the bottom of the 5th. All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th. Gales lead 4-1. New pitcher for Dwight-Englewood as Everett Garber exits. Austin Kim enters as, again, Adam Lopez, another great call there. TG3, of course, means Tyler Giordano. His number is 3. Ty hit a home run, leadoff home run in the first, a moonshot down left field line that just stayed fair. He talked about, getting off to a slow start, struggling a bit. He's going to bunt it right back to the pitcher, and he will make, a beautiful scoop there by Reese Bowie for the first out.
Did you mention the pitcher?
I did, yeah. And an interesting decision there from Giordano. Not sure if that was his decision or coach called him upon to do that. So, Giordano grounds out for the first out. Interesting to see him bunt there to get the home run. But, again, probably just strategy-wise. Now, Kyle Watson showing bunt, and he is... Did he get hit? Yes, he did. And Watson will be on first. It's the second time in 2 days that Kyle Watson has gotten hit by a pitch after the Gales got hit 4 times in yesterday's game. I will do it now.
I can do it.
I got it.
Sure?
So in the Gale, there's been quite a bit of action in the Gales bullpen. We saw Joey Chavasta head there during the bottom of the 4th, but we've now had 2 other pitchers head over there recently as Xavier Arana, 25, and Jose Victorio, 6, are now in the bullpen. Now, Jose pitched 3 scoreless yesterday, so I would assume it's just for bullpen work. I'm not sure who we'll see in the top of the 6. We might, honestly, Isaac Young might come back, see how he does. But for now, the Gales are trying to get some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 5th. They've got the man to do it in Blaze Conti, who is driven into the Gales 4 runs with an RBI single in the 3rd, I believe. Maybe it might have been the 2nd, but... And did he get hit? Nope.
Inside.
Yes, just what's inside. Just a bit outside. as Jose Victorio emerges from the bullpen.
And David Anderson.
Yep. I think he was catching for him, maybe. I don't know.
Trying to get some more work done.
Yeah, because they got the schedule coming up. They play tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. There goes George Watson. The throw to second is in time, but Watson is in there safely. So Kyle Watson steals second, and that puts him in scoring position with 1 out. So that's the 3rd stolen base of the day for the Gales.
Great job by Watson, and hopefully they can continue up their great work. Coach Archibald yelling at the bench to lock in, hoping that's going to happen here. And, of course, we'll have to obviously see top of the 6th who's going to be pitching for the Gales, as we had a little, not
ground
just
ball
one,
foul,
but at least 4 pitchers head to the bullpen. Excuse me.
That was a 3-0 count, and Conti swung at it. So interesting decision there. Now, as Eli said, Coach Archibald yelling at the bench lock in. I don't know if he was yelling at the bench lock. I think he was yelling at Blaze to lock in. Yeah. Obviously a big game for the Gales. Dwight-Englewood is very solid team as well. They're 10-6 on the year. And they're going to
walk.
I think did they intentionally walk him? Is that what happened? I think so. I think what happened here, I think they just intentionally walked Blaze Conti. And that might be his best one so far. But Josh Moreno trying to drive in a couple here. We saw Josh hit a home run last Monday in Weehawken, with Bobby having a great call on that one. In the dirt, ball 1. Gales say no way. So it's a bit of a struggle here for Austin Kim. Just getting settled in.
Getting started, but it's okay. And listen, for the Gales, if you want to look at the positive side for the Gales, it's 1-2, and for Dwight-Englewood, it's just a learning game today.
Strike
this
one.
one doesn't work out for them, but it's still early. They can still come back. They still got 2 innings to play, and we noticed that in baseball,
anything's possible.
Anything's possible, and especially during that DePaul Catholic game, and even the Don Bosco game, there was chances for the Gales, but unfortunately, they did lose those games. But the chances were there, and everything was on point.
Josh has struck out in both of his at-bats today. He's now down in the count 1-2. Of course, we saw him hit a home run last Monday. Did not play yesterday, given the off day, along with Jason Rosado, who is on deck. So again, lots of bullpen action for the Gales today, with Joey Chavasta, Xavier Arana, and Jose Victorio all warming up. All doing, some of them might be doing bullpen work, but I think we might see one of them come in for Isaac Young, although only time will tell. Watson at second, Conti at first, and Moreno just got a piece of that one. And it's still 1-2. Watson good speed at second, Conti at first with 1 out. Excuse me. See what Josh could do here. Dwight playing like he's going to pull a wide open gap in left center field. There go the runners, and Moreno strikes out, and it's a double, and the double steal is executed. Watson steals third, Conti follows at second. So second stolen base for Watson of the inning, and those 2 stolen bases will now add up. It is now the Gales now have 4 stolen bases on the day. So now it's up to Jason Rosado trying to get these runners in. As, by the way, that was Moreno struck out for the 3rd time there. So Rosado, who's already driven in a run on an infield single to third, he has a chance to drive in 2 more.
Dominic heading back from the bullpen.
Yep. Inside, and that goes to the backstop. Backstop really short here. Watson not even thinking about running there. Gales have run the bases tremendously in this game. It's been one of the reasons why they've been able to get all these runs. I mean, of course, on the Giordano home run, that doesn't really count. I mean, because you just circle the bases.
Giordano's Giordano.
That was quite the shot off of him. Let's see what Rosado can do. And it's in for a strike. 1-1. Another late call there by the umpire.
The weather is definitely getting colder out here, as we have noticed, but that is because no sun coverage at all, no rain, but some clouds.
And he fouls it back. That's a great cut by Rosado. It was one of the, as he actually knocked one of the balls out of the netting, and it's 1-2. Well, this game has looked a lot more familiar for you guys. All the Gales position players are back. Yesterday was a little So it was a little unorthodox with the way the Gales played. You had Bradley Higgins, who usually is a pitcher playing some shortstop. Joey Chavasta, usually pitcher playing second. You had James Gregg getting the start at first. Played really well. Got a great interview with him. We saw some JV players get some at bats. It was quite the showing
Entertainment
yesterday.
and game yesterday.
Yes, and today has been as well. I mean,
Yes.
this has just been the Gales have grinded out so far. Obviously, they still got 2 more innings to pitch. We'll see who ends up getting the innings for the Gales. But let's see. Again, big 2 for Rosado to drive in here, and he pops it up. And
That is a foul
that's-
into the dugout.
And are they who's gonna make the catch?
Oh.
And he made the catch right by the netting as JD Collins makes the catch to retire the side. So Rosado cannot bring in the 2 runs. It's still 4-1 Gales going to the top of the 6th. Okay. Are we back on for the?
It's 4-1, the top of the 6th. Xavier Rana takes over the pitcher's mound.
As Jose Victoria will go out to center field to replace Arana.
And during the commercial break, me and Jack had a little argument about the weather, as now
Oh
it
my
shows
God.
rain in the forecast. So within the next 10 minutes, we could be expecting some light rain, but hopefully that does not come true, and hopefully this game ends in time before that it happens. And Jack said, look at the clouds, and I said, yeah, but it comes in randomly. So who knows?
So we see
James Gregg is
James
warming up. He
Gregg
might be coming in.
is working. He's actually swinging 2 backs once. We'll see if he has a chance to come in here. But so again, different look for Dwight-Englewood as instead of a young, now we see a lefty pitcher. So we'll see how they adjust. And Arana 2-1 count with already 1 out here in the 6th.
James Gregg warming up at the left-hand side. Looks like he'll be up bat soon. We'll see where he'll come in and who he'll replace. In the meantime, it's 4-1.
We'll see.
If
Well, he
the rain doesn't
plays
come,
first.
Jack says it's not, but I guess didn't look up.
Oh, and that's ripped to deep left field. Back goes DeGeneres to the warning track at the wall, and he can't get it.
That is
and
outta
it's
there.
out of here. Nope. Double. It's a ground rule double, right? So it looks like a ground rule double there for Everett Garber, the pitcher. That ball nearly got out of here. It's the second one.
I think that
That is
did get
almost
out of there.
It did not. DeGeneres almost made the catch, and it bounced, and then it took a hop and then bounced over the wall. So it's a ground rule double for Everett Garber. That's a great start to the inning for Dwight-Englewood. And that'll bring up the third baseman, J.D. Collins, who's had a busy day in the field. He struck out in both his at-bats today.
Pitching out from Arana.
So now X will be working from the stretch. And that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Good fastball from Xavier. We saw Xavier pitch against Rutherford on in their rivalry game a couple weeks ago. Ended up taking the loss in that game, as that one's fouled off, and Arana quickly ahead in the count 0-2.
The New York Rangers and New Jersey Devils Hudson River rivalry, and it favored in the Devils, thankfully.
Not not really. I don't want to talk about that, but
Yeah, but of course they need a win against Carolina. You can watch tomorrow, 8 p.m. TNT.
All right. Well, we got a baseball game to work on right now.
We want them.
Let's talk about Xavier Arana throwing these nasty pitches to get ahead on an 0-2 count. And time is called for, and Watson will pay a visit to Xavier Arana. See what they have to talk about. Maybe just again, he's not really having control problems. Just trying to see the approach for the. Now Collins has struck out in both of his at bats today. Let's see if Xavier can punch him out here. Giordano playing right behind the runner at short. Wide open hole on the left side. And that's fouled back. Good cut there by Collins to stay in the at-bat. Again, the Gales' upcoming schedule, they play tomorrow away, North Arlington, 4:15 p.m. Eli and I will be there for that one. Sunday, now at William Patterson versus Stony Brook Prep, 12:45 start. So wake up early for that one. We will be there for that. We will be there for that one as well. Monday, away at Cranford. It'll be Bobby for that game, 4:15 start. And then Tuesday, back home versus Lyndhurst, 4:15 as well. So the Gales, very busy schedule. I mean, it's not really easy playing, 5 games and or 6 games in 7 days, And that's drilled out to right field. Moreno has a read on it, and he makes the catch. Tagging at second is Garber. He'll go over to third. So productive out there for J.D. Collins. And Dwight-Englewood, the Bulldogs, get a runner at third now with 1 out.
Waiting 2 more, and great work by the entire outfield for St. Mary's, and so for a win right before the rain.
Oh, it's a barbed wire fence too.
So the Gills will keep their infield back here, so they can see the run on the ground ball in a 4-1 game. And that's in the dirt ball 1, as Ben Freeland, the catcher, stands here at bat. Dwight-Englewood's pitching has not been bad in this game at all. They just gave up the home run, a couple of wild pitches, and that's fouled down the right field line, and that'll go out of play. But yeah, Dwight-Englewood's pitching has not been bad at all. They just have not had a lot of offense. They scored 1 in the first, but they've gone scoreless in the last 4. And speaking of baseball, kind of depressing for my Mets. They just got swept by the Tigers of all teams. Yankees, though, they're struggling with some injuries, obviously, to their star players. And hopefully my Mets can start to play better. As Henry Magnuson for St. Mary's, fellow sophomore, is going out to chase the ball. That's flied out to left. Over comes DeGennaro. He'll make the catch. Tagging at third is Garber. He'll come in to score. So it's a sacrifice. Oh, and he left early. He tried to tag from third, but left before the ball was caught. So it's a double play, and the inning is over. The run does not count. How about that? From my vantage point, I thought for sure, it looked to me like he had definitely left early. And the home plate umpire saw it as well, and that retires his side. So just like that, the inning is over. Wow.
We'll be back after this.
right, here we go.
Welcome back. It's 4-1. Kim remains as the pitcher for the
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Thank
Yes, you're welcome. As Jesus Bautista lead off here. How about the last inning though? Dwight-Englewood got a runner at third. Dwight-Englewood got a runner at third with 1 out. The got a fly ball. Ben Friedland hit a high fly ball to left. DeGenero made a nice grab, and they thought they had a run on as Garber tagged a score, but the home plate umpire, as well, again, from Eli and I's vantage point, we clearly saw that Garber left before the ball was caught, so just a mental base running mistake there, and the run did not count, so it was a double play to end the inning, as the Gales now lead 4-1, as possibly will have their last turn at bat here, and hit him, did not, as this is Jesus Bautista who's up. So we forgot to mention that with Ironic pitching, Isaac Young's day is done. 5 innings, give up just 1 run. Pitch very well.
He's done a great job. I mean, what can you ask for? And he's done what a incredible performance. Only giving up 1 run. I mean, what better way to end the inning? And of course, David Ron is trying to close out this game. Hopefully, he'll have another.
Well, we'll see who comes in, if it's him or somebody else.
Or Chavasta could be, or somebody else. We'll
That's drilled out to the gap in right center field. That ball is deep, and it's going to be. Oh, what a catch by the center fielder.
Wow. Might have hit his face, but.
I know. That's Matthias de Alba, who made a phenomenal catch out there, almost all the way to the Little League field. So, well hit ball by Jesus Bautista, but he ends up flying out. And as Jacob Herrera will come up to bat. So we saw James Gregg warming up over here at the bat. I think it's just some practice swings, though. It doesn't seem like he is. We'll see what happens, though. Jacob pitched 2 scoreless in yesterday's game, as there is now a massive gap in right center field.
Yes.
Like the right
That
again,
is
you have the
huge
left.
gap.
You have the center fielder playing all the way to left center, and the right fielder playing pretty much along the line.
If they catch it and it goes that far, they're winning a medal.
If he,
That is incredible. You gotta
if
have
he hits one to the
incredible
gap out there,
running
that could honestly be a home run, honestly. But we'll see what Jacob does here.
skills. Here's the pitch.
That's drilled
That
out
is-
to right center field, but this is over toward where the center fielder is playing, and
wow.
it drops for a base hit.
So, like
And
we
Herrera
said,
with a wide turn. I mentioned it. That was a massive gap that they had in right center field. Jacob Herrera goes exactly there. That's just good hitting, and he is on with 1 out in the 6th. I'll take the
the win on that one.
Yep, I'll take the win on that one. And now Matthew DeGenero will come up to bat.
Jack and Elijah score 1-1. One
Oh,
for Elijah
and
for the
Blaze
Devils.
Conti, as Bobby mentioned to us,
One
Blaze
for
Conti's heading to the bullpen.
with-
He looks like he might be the one who closes out this game.
As I just mentioned, we're 1-1.
DeGenero
Jack.
showing bunt, and he takes a strike, 0-1.
We're 1-1, Jack. You're 1 for the catch, and I'm 1 for the Devils.
As
So
I think I might have just felt a drop. We'll see if
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. Well,
Thanks,
boy.
Jack.
Um,
now you.
oh, pick off there, and Herrera gets back safely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome now to the broadcast. David. What?
Oh, there goes Herrera. The throw is in plenty of time, and Herrera is a dead duck.
Feels like December.
And wait a second, they called him safe.
They went to
Oh,
the
I thought
outfield.
Herrera would have been out there if the tag was put on, but instead, and now we'll get David Anderson is going to come in to run for Jacob Herrera. As again, we saw the Gales closer Blaze Conti head to the bullpen, so we will see if he comes in or not. So it looks like for Joey Chavasta and Jose Victoria, looks like maybe just some light
for
bullpen
tomorrow.
work today. Yeah, possibly for tomorrow, Sunday,
Or
Monday,
possibly.
Tuesday. I mean, the Gales have a lot of games coming up. So now Anderson is the pinch runner at second, not sure what the holdup is here, and now we're gonna get a mound visit from the catcher Friedland.
I agree. You want to take that one, or you want me to?
I can do it.
Okay.
We've got a Herrera at second. I thought for sure he was going to be out there, but the ball actually went into center field. The Dwight-Englewood defense has cost them a little bit here in
Yes,
this
they
game.
did, but hey, they've done a
T-shirt
great
showing
job.
body again. He
and
gets it down, and that's going to be a base hit. So the king of infield hits does it again, and now the Gales have runners at the corners for
Number 18, James Gregg.
yep, as our fellow broadcast partner James Gray comes up to pinch hit.
I got another broadcaster.
Yep, we sure
JV
do.
head coach
This
James
is
Delton.
big at bat here. James had an RBI double yesterday. They came very close to hitting a home run.
James Gray.
Gale's looking for some insurance runs here in the sixth. I mean, 4-1 lead's pretty good, but I mean, again, the offense, the Dwight-Englewood's offense hasn't been bad. They just haven't been able to capitalize with runners in scoring position. Yeah, the defense has been a little rough. Oh, pickoff try, and he gets back safe. DeGennaro gets back safely. So Anderson, the pinch runner at third. DeGennaro at first with one out. The Dwight-Englewood's going to keep their infield back at double play depth.
Yep.
And he grounds one to third. It's a fair ball, and its only play will be to first, and there it is for the second out. So they might have had a chance for a double play, but the third baseman, Collins, went to first for the out. And it is time now as Ty, the leadoff guy, comes up to bat.
And again,
That's Tyler Giordano. For
now
those
the
of you who don't
gap
know.
isn't as big as last play. Decent crowd, and it is getting darker and cloudy here in Sheridan Park. As you mentioned, rain is possible.
Let's hope not, Eli. Let's
Yes,
keep
I know.
let's
Let's
keep the
hope not,
positive spirit.
but
Now, for the second straight inning, the Gales have runners at second and third with 2 outs, and they're going to intentionally walk them. So Giordano draws the intentional walk. I've never seen a team done this until 10. That's the second time they've done it. So Kyle Watson is going to come up to bat, and they're yelling, I think, at Blaze Conti because
he is up bat.
Yeah, he's going to not yet. Watson is.
He is up bat.
No, Watson is at bat now, but they're calling Blaze over because he's on deck. So I think his bullpen work might be done. This is a big. So he's got.
Number 9, Kyle Watson.
Here we go. This is a big at bat here for Watt. He's got again big at bat here
So
for
words of
Watson.
encouragement for Adam
Another
Lopez,
once again a huge gap in right center field. And he takes one on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. That's a good take for Watt. So when you have a pitcher that's struggling on the mound, you don't want to swing first pitch. Take a strike, try to get settled in the at bat. So yes, Blaze Conti will head. We will not get a pinch hitter for him. We'll see if he does come in though. And he fouls one back, and it's 0-2. So Austin Kim has a chance to get out of this inning now. DeGennaro at third, Anderson at third, DeGennaro at second, Giordano at first with 2 outs. 4-1 Gales here in the bottom of the sixth. Not sure who's going to come in to close the game. We're not sure if it's going to be Xavier or Chavasta, maybe Blaze, Conti, who we saw warming up the bullpen, but he is on deck to bat. We will see. And Watson strikes out on 3 pitches, and that ends the inning. So he strikes out for the second time. Gales cannot bring any in. 4-1, and it will be Xavier to close this one out.
Rain's coming.
Gale's trying to close this one out here in the bottom of the 7th, or the top of the 7th.
So you have Rain
Xavier
coming.
Rana will try to close this one
I
out.
just felt
Yeah, don't, Eli, don't say anything. Xavier Rana's going to try to close this one out. The Gale's leading 3-1, so it is 4-1, so it is a save opportunity for Rana. And he fires one outside, ball 1. Dwight-Englewood starting to get a little louder here. It's 6, 7, and 8 for Dwight-Englewood here with Matthew Savan, Zach Colosimo, and Jimmy Burke here for the for Dwight-Englewood. As we see Jesus Bautista and James Urquhart head to the bullpen, so more bullpen work for the Gales. I don't see them possibly coming. I think they're going to leave X in there to try to close this one out. That's in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
This might be the coldest game at the end of the game.
It is chilly out here, and the quick pitch there, and it's outside. It's ball 3. So Dwight-Englewood is trying to get the leadoff batter on here in the 7th. Again, this is only a 3-run game. It feels a lot longer because there hasn't been a lot of offense in this game, but we will see. Rana fires, swing and a miss, full
3-2.
count. That's a big pitch there. You don't want to get the leadoff guy on.
Yeah.
Again, 6, 7, and 8 for Dwight-Englewood here in the top of the 7th. Gale's trying to improve to 11-5 on the season. And then misses ball 4, and there's a leadoff walk for the Bulldogs. So, we'll see. And that'll now bring up Zach Colosimo. Hang on. And Xavier fires in the dirt, ball 1. Watson with a nice pick.
What happened?
And Watson out for a visit with Xavier Rana. Good visit here for Kyle Watson. He always does a great job as a catcher, but I think it's important here to have a visit. And the batter will come out. The batter was going to come for some advice with the third base coach, but the umpire insists that he comes back to the box with Kyle Watson ready to go back behind the plate. Oh, God. Xavier Rana trying to close this one out. Gales already induced 2 double plays today. Strike, 1-1. That's a big pitch there for Xavier Rana. Interesting decision here to close him here. Pitch to 6, gave up a couple of hits. I thought the Gales would go with a Conti or somebody else, but hey, I'm glad that they trust Xavier to close this one out. It shows that they have trust in their pitchers, which is a great thing to see. Of course, Nigel Archibald doing a great job in his first year as the Gales head coach. Again, Gales getting this historic baseball program. There's a strike, 2-2.
2-2.
So again, runners at 2-2. Ground ball to first. Line by Herrera at first, double play. It was a line drive that was caught by Herrera. He stepped on first for the double play. That is the
incredible.
4th double play of the game for the
Incredible
Gales.
job.
And every single one of the Gales double plays have been unassisted. We have now seen 4 double
Herrera.
plays from the Gales today. The first one came from
Herrera.
the first one. We've seen one from Jason Rosado at second, Blaze Conti at third, Jacob Herrera with the unassisted double play at first, and we saw Matthew DeGennaro out in left field as the runner tagged early. And just like that, they are now down. Dwight-Englewood's down to their final out, and he fouls one back, and now the Bulldogs are down to their final strike. After being in danger, giving up 2 base runners, just like that, he is now 1 strike away from finishing this one out. 0-2 coming, and did it hit him? And it did not hit him. Still 1-2. Trying to finish this one out. One, 2 coming. That'll do it. Arana strikes out. The batter gets the save, and the Gales win this game 4-1. 6 straight wins for the Gales. Yep.
Perfect timing as the light drizzle begins. We'll have Isaac Young real quick. What? For an interview. Jack is going to go ahead and get them now. You got him? You want me to get it? Okay.
Thanks, Bobby. We gotta do this quick.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do this interview. Jack, start standing by. Get the microphone ready. Jack, microphone.
Where should I stand?
Right over there where you at. Hold on.
Oh, careful, Eli.
You know, you had to be careful.
Here we know it's stuck.
Sorry, folks. We have some technical issues going on right now.
Right here.
Okay, we're gonna get an interview really quick before the rain starts to come. Isaac Young will be coming up real quick to interview.
Yep. All right, we're getting him.
Yep. And as a reminder, join us tomorrow for North Arlington versus St. Mary's. It is at North Arlington on Cinco de Mayo. And of course, on behalf of myself, I want to wish everybody a happy May the 4th to be with you.
Oh, we're getting Blaze too.
And we're getting Blaze and Arana. We have Blaze, Arana, and Jack. You have a three-way crew. You got 3 people.
Oh, all right.
All right. Have fun, Jack. And, move up a little bit. On this side. More to the left. More to the left.
Get to the side.
Okay, yeah. Take a side, yeah.
That side.
Move in, guys. All right, you're good.
All right. I am joined now by 3 Gales players who all helped contribute in their win. We got the winning pitcher, Isaac Young, Xavier Arana, who got the save today, and Blaze Conti. Isaac, started off a little rough for you in the beginning, but you improved. You got settled in as the game went on. What adjustments did you make, and how were you able to execute it?
Once my team got some runs on the board, I was able to settle in, and I know they had my back, so I was able to pitch the rest of the way.
Xavier, what did you feel like you accomplished today in the bullpen? 2 innings, 2 scoreless innings, and the save.
Just feel like we did overall good as a team, you know, defensively, offensively, and that's all to me, to be honest.
Blaze, I want to talk about the Gills defense. Say 4 double plays. You had one of them, an unassisted double play. What do you guys feel like you accomplished today, and how can you improve for the next game?
Really put our practice that we do every single day on the field today, and as long as the bats, everyone was hitting today. They had a very good pitcher on the mound, and we did pretty good against them. So I mean, that's pretty good for us. So.
Any questions, Eli?
What do you guys expect for tomorrow's game?
Expect us to keep the energy, come out with a big win.
Same thing.
Just set the pace with this league and just keep going, because we want to win this game and just prove a point that we're going to be the winners of this league. So we want to just keep it here.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys. Well, that will do it for us here from Philip Sheridan Senior Memorial Field. From Jack Rizzo, I'm Elijah Weintraub. Join us tomorrow on Cinco de Mayo when the Gales take on North Arlington. From North Arlington, me and Jack will have the call.
Appreciate it, guys. See you, friends.
Good night, guys.
I didn't realize you would get the triple one.
Well, he gave it to me. He said, take him.
All right. Blaze is a really good